I was wondering when we'd arrive at this one. If I'm gonna be honest here, I think Derederes are top 2 dere along with tsundere, and I'm not sure if it's 2. However, let's dive into why Derederes can be so beloved and why I love them so much. First, let's get into the definition of a deredere. What is a deredere? A deredere is a character who is overly optimistic and an energetic person who is best friends with practically everyone. They are social and outgoing to the point it's contagious. When it comes to crushes, they are very open about it and don't get jealous when other possible potential love interests are mentioned. And if I can add on to that, derederes are always unequivocally and undeniably happy and passionate about their own interests and hobbies and their own potential crushes too. This competes for my favorite trope since it also has a secondary effect in persuading me time and time again with a newfound energy to pursue new interests and keep partaking in old ones as well. In this video, I have 5 more examples of great derederes like in the previous videos in this series before. I'll be explaining why I believe these 5 are up there with the greatest derederes of all time, if not the greatest. So if you like this kind of content, please click the subscribe button and like the video so I know that this is something you guys want more of and can help support me going forward. With all that out of the way, let's get into the ranking of the best derederes in anime. Our first happy and bubbly example is Yotsuba Nakano from the quintessential quintuplets. This girl is all smiles, and not to mention, I love her way of going through things in life. Yotsuba is contagious for all the right reasons. She makes everyone around her happier and feel better, and she also gives me the Doki Doki vibes as well. She's reliable and dependable and can be counted on for anything people ask her for, almost to a fault in some extent. When she interacts with the main character, she carries that same energy to him. In a weird twist for the harem genre, she also is one of the only girls who at first treats him as a genuine friend with admiration and respect. Result be damned for what happened at the end. Even if her backstory was a little muddied in a sense, and even though she didn't get her own specialized arc during the show's runtime, I still believe it doesn't degrade her impact as a deredere on the anime world. An underrated factor also belongs to the fact that she contributed greatly to the waifu wars of that era in anime and the waifu wars of this decade as well. So take that as you will. On a completely unrelated and definitely not salty note, it should have been Miku. But I digress. Our next champion of positivity and contagious smiles is one that needs no introduction after you try his food, Some Yukihira from Food Wars. This man might not be able to win every single cooking competition on Earth, but he can damn sure make you strip yourself out of your clothes with some bomb-ass food. And he does it with a smile and an aura of confidence that you want to emulate. All throughout the show's runtime, Soma Yukihira carries himself with an early Naruto type of energy, full of hopes and dreams and gunning after a father figure that everyone knows through lore and legend. He also helps his friends and partners up and supports their abilities and dreams to the best of his ability, and he becomes one of the best, if not the best characters in the show. His deredereness allows him to take on any challenge with a hellish fervor and determination that if you were on the outside looking in, you would think that this kid is an absolute psycho. But nevertheless, it's also his deredere nature that makes his impact feel known and what helps him to be extremely memorable in the wider anime world for one reason or another. And his positive energy allows me to move on to our next example with a level of enthusiasm unlike anything you've seen yet. And you can't tell me that you couldn't visit any other campsite in Japan and not be reminded of our next pink-haired deredere, Nadeshiko Kagamihara from Yuru Camp. I hope you like that segue there. It took me approximately 43 seconds to cook that one up. Nadeshiko, aka Pinky from Pac-Man, as the nickname I definitely didn't just give her right now, is just a pink ball of energy. Almost like Bochi, who is also a pink ball of energy, except she's mixed in an amount of anxiety equal to that the entire city of Tokyo. Pinky from Pac-Man here is such a happy little glutton that if you could put in a couple of extra ingredients of her choosing, she would have no hesitation consuming the entire world. But in this show, Pinky from Pac-Man absolutely loves the great outdoors and she really loves camping with her friends, and she could even do it solo from time to time. The only thing stopping her from going wherever she wants is the fact that she doesn't have a job or a driver's license yet. Her drive, pun intended, to go to all of the show's campsites rubs off on all of her classmates and friends, and Pinky's curiosity from these places gives this show a bit of uniqueness and elevates the show's status as one of the best in the slice of life genre. Her wholesomeness takes her deredereness to another level, and it makes me love her character much more than the rest of her cast, and they themselves are great within their own right. However, this next Derederes is so iconic that she has a whole theme song made just for her. And spoiler alert, it's another pink-haired gremlin. It's Chika Fujiwara from Kaguya-sama Love is War. Chika is someone I like to call big heart because that's what she has, a big heart. Not medically speaking, of course. This isn't the Grinch who stole Christmas. Chika is someone that everybody would love to have in their corner because all she wants to do is just cheer everybody on in their pursuit for a relationship, even when she doesn't have a crush on anyone herself. And no amount of violence she unloads on Ishigami would ever make me hate her either. She's always smiling and is the kind of comic relief that's done right. Because she's so oblivious to the elephant in the room, every time she disrupts Kaguya's and Shiragane's schemes to make each other confess, she makes the scene even better than how good they already were. And she's not just nice too, she's freaking talented. She's a classical pianist who could possibly play Rush E, and she could speak 5 different languages on top of that. There is nothing problematic with Chika, and I will not tolerate any slander. Kaguya-sama Love is War is by consensus one of the best romances in anime and probably belongs to the Mount Rushmore of romance anime, and the fact that Chika is arguably the best and most memorable character as a Derederes no less says a lot. But there is still one more pick that just edges her out for the gold medal. Our final pick for this list is the big boss of all Derederes. Every sentence she speaks can make so many men swoon for her, and so many ladies want to be her so that they can make men swoon for them. Her looks can absolutely back that up, and her personality is, in my opinion, the best example of Derederes in anime. There is only one name in the anime industry that you could point to that fits this archetype and can be considered the poster child for this decade of the 2020s. Editor, drum roll please. Allow me to introduce you to the greatest Derederes in anime, Marin Kitagawa. To be honest, I didn't think it would only take one season of My Dress Up Darling for me to award Marin this title. But here we are. Marin is probably the most supportive character to Gojo, the happiest person in the whole show, the most standing stand to people's hobbies. It makes me wish that I could find someone like that in the real world. But the real world sucks, so I'll instead project my insecurities to anything that's 2D. I absolutely love Marin's happy-go-lucky attitude, and her happiness is so infectious. The way she goes about engaging in her own hobby of cosplaying makes me think that I could do the same. And who knows, maybe I do or don't have plans to cosplay Bocchi from Bocchi the Rock at a convention at some point in the future. Even Dragon Ball fans would probably mention that they've seen her before or know her name. And most of them don't even watch romance or slice of life anime. Her design is absolutely incredible as well. And considering that the manga just ended today, by the time I wrote this script, I expect plenty more fans to understand why and what makes her incredible as a character, and especially as a Derederes. Marin Kitagawa is the definition of iconic, and if the anime adaptation of My Dress Up Darling holds up to its end, I have a sneaking suspicion she will enter the cultural zeitgeist as the queen of Derederes and the cosplay queen of anime. Thank you for watching this video. If you like content like this, it would mean everything if you could hit that subscribe button so you don't miss another video. I'm happy to read all your guys' comments, and talking to you all is one of my favorite things to do. So if you think I missed any other great Derederes, hop in the comment section and let me know. I have a Twitch channel that I stream multiple times a week, so if you want to stop by and say hi, or if you want to talk anime on there, go follow me on there. I also have other channels which will be down in the description as well, so go subscribe to all of those channels. That's gonna be it from me, guys. Stay cool, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.